Welcome to our daily post. 2 Peter chapter 3 focuses on the certainty of God's promises, especially regarding his return and the judgment to come. Peter begins by reminding believers of the importance of remembering the prophetic messages and the apostles' teachings, which are inspired by God. He warns that some scoff at the idea of Christ's second coming, questioning why it hasn't happened yet, but reassures believers that God's timing is different from ours. With the Lord, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years are like a day. Peter emphasizes that God's patience is an expression of his desire for all to come to repentance, not wanting anyone to perish. He warns against those who deliberately forget or deny God's past judgments, such as the flood, and who scoff at the promise of Christ's return. Patience is an essential part of trusting God's promises. We can trust that Christ will return exactly when God intends, and that his delay is an expression of his mercy. The chapter underscores that the world will eventually be destroyed by fire, and that believers should live holy and godly lives in anticipation of this new heavens and new earth that God will create. Peter encourages believers to be diligent, to grow in grace and knowledge of Jesus Christ, and to look forward to the eternal inheritance reserved for them. In conclusion, Peter reminds believers that God's promises are sure, and that the day of the Lord will come unexpectedly, like a thief. Therefore, they should live with alertness, faithfulness, and expectation of Christ's glorious return. Reflection questions. Mockers and scoffers. How can we recognize and respond to scoffers or skeptics who question the promise of Christ's return today? Living expectantly. Are you ready for the day of the Lord will come unexpectedly, like a thief in the night? God's patience. How does understanding that God's delay in returning is an act of patience affect your attitude towards sharing the gospel and living faithfully? Eternal perspective. How does the promise of a new heaven and a new earth motivate us to persevere through challenges and remain faithful? Invitation. Take some time to read 2 Peter chapter 3 in full and meditate on these questions. Feel free to share your insights, prayer requests, or personal experiences. If you'd like personalized encouragement or to discuss your spiritual journey further, visit the Bible chat feature on the lower right corner of divinestreamradio.com. Our Bible chat is here to listen, guide, and help deepen your understanding of God's Word.